took the cover off so I can get a little examination in here, just to see what we got, what we're dealing with. Now, one thing, I've seen this sparking a couple times in here. We are going to go ahead and get that hot off of there right now. Just get that off the line completely, because that is kind of a risk, fire risk. We're going to just go ahead and get that off the panel completely, and we'll go ahead and cap that off real quick, and then so it looks like this is barely, it's just kind of sitting there. And once I cut it out, all that comes out, wires come out. We'll put a breaker system right in here. I'll go look for a breaker, like it has, you know, 4 to 6 circuits or something like that. And I'll look that up, and we'll see about getting that. See, maybe Home Depot has one to stop, but probably maybe not for that, just a few circuits. I have to go online to buy one for just 4 to 6. But not a problem to change this out. It's very accessible, pretty easy to go ahead and just cut and refit and push it right back in. Looks like there's enough, should be enough depth there in the wall to put a box in. So we'll just get some measurements on the depth and stuff and make sure that goes in. So let me go cap this off, take some measurements. All right, so here we are again. I went in and took that off that line there where that was frying. I seen little sparks there when I was moving it around. It's very much of a fire risk there. So I just took that off the line, it's capped off. Everything else looks okay for now. But yeah, this is, these fuse boxes get, they're outdated and really not, you're supposed to get rid of them. They're considered fire risk now. As you can see why right there. That could flame up easily. So this is basically we're gonna need a 6 circuit box. It's like 3 3¼ depth, 9 by 9. So I'm gonna look that up and try to get one of those, and we can convert this over fairly simply. So there we go. Wow. Okay, so we did an assessment on the wiring first before I started, because I was concerned as to why that was burning out like that. And normally when I see that, that means this is a hot one trying to connect instead of a signal. And come to find out, that one is a hot one. So that's gonna have to be basically capped off and not, so it's actually gonna only be 3 circuits. Come to see that, so there's no power on it, but normally there's power on that wire. It should not be, only on these 2. And that wire and that power controls the light up here. So I've got the breaker off right now, so no power here, but there I've got the power controlled by one breaker down there. But apparently the breaker that I'm referring to that turns this on is on the upper unit's breaker system, and I'm going to show you that real quick just so we can illustrate that. So I'm going to go we'll go down there and turn it on, and you'll see that that's an error. Let's look at that real quick. All right, so as you can see, the ones that control the fuse box are these 2 here. All right, and this one controls that one wire. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to turn that on. This is for the upper panel. This is for the lower panel. All right, well, let's go look at that, and I'm going to show you why that's an error on somebody's wiring. They did something messed up. So on the upper controls the downward kitchen light and a couple other areas as well. As you can see, it's on now. And I'm going to show you that that's hot. See that? Well, that we do not want any hot wires going to there, or to even a breaker later. The only 2 hots should be here and here coming in. I got them off right now. There should never be another hot wire. So that somebody's messed up in the wiring, and that actually connects to the other breaker that I just showed you. So we don't, this is already protected, and it's extra wire that shouldn't even been hooked up. Somebody really messed up there, created a real fire risk. So let's go turn that back off, because we would not be hooking that up. That will just be capped off and just left in the box. It's some kind of extra wire. So, all right, so let's go ahead and kick that one back off. All right, that also controls the basement light. So it looks like they've got the wiring, you know, all mixed up. So it is, you know, the tenants are kind of paying each other's electric bill a little bit the way this is wired. Sometimes it's hard to do in houses that have been converted. They didn't think about the wiring correctly, so that happens sometimes. But anyway, I turn that off, and as you can see, no more power. Okay, so that's all off. I can get started on that, and as you see, the light went off. So that was the first problem I had to figure out. Luckily, I was able to preserve power enough for my light. So we can get started now and getting this all took apart and get ready to put measure the breaker I'm going to be putting in, and get it cut out and get it installed. Here we go. Okay, so now we're looking at the box here. We're just getting ready to pull all the old wires out of there. All right, there it is. So that box is done. All right, so all we got now, we got to figure out the measurements for these wires, because remember, this is the one that was, you see that's coming off a knob and tube. You can see how this one was hot in there. We just push that back for a minute. And then now what we got is basically, we got 1, 2, 3, well, we still got 4 lines with the 2 hot incomings coming in. Yeah, so yeah. So now our problem is getting the box in. Now, well, we got this stud in the way. So what we're gonna have to do, this wood's in my way right here, because I really need it to be back here where I can put it all against here. This isn't the best situation. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna go against this. I need it to come against this, but this is all in the way. All right, let's make some measurements. All right, so I've traced out with the box, traced out the outline of it here, going down. Now, the only thing we have, when we do this cutout, we still got some of the stud away. I already notched out a section because I need to get it back level with this. So we're gonna just notch this whole piece out so that we can get that box to go back. And the wires will come straight down. So we're gonna do that here in just a minute. We'll get everything lined up. All right, here we go. So now we're just gonna start notching this out with our multi-tool. just continue doing this and we'll come. All right, so we got the breaker in the wall. All the wires come through. And now we can go ahead and hook them up. Neutrals to the neutral bar. 4 breakers. Remember, that's the extra one that'll be capped off. Just kept in there. Safe and sound. All right, so there we are. Fuse box is installed. Let's have a look. So that wire that was hot has been capped off and eliminated. And then we just kind of had to, I mean, the wires were pretty short in here, so I only had to extend that one common there, bring him over. The rest of the commons fit up there perfectly. The mains right there, perfect. These fit right in. And these, they made it in, so it's good enough. I didn't have to extend but one wire with a little extender, which is safe for that type of wiring to can handle their rating. And other than that, I mean, you know, fixed up the wire there, fixed it up there where it frayed, and that's about it. You're not gonna do much better than that. So anyway, that's it. So let's go ahead and put the panel on here. Okay, so here we are. We got the panel on there, well secured in there into the wall. Perfect. There's the 4 circuits. Perfectly done. All on, everything's working good. All 15 amp. That's what we wanted. All right, and then there's a little gap here around here, but this could be fixed. One of the simplest ways to fix this would take some wood epox and fill that in, then sand it down, and then just repaint it. That's something that could be done at a later date, or you know, whoever else is working in here could repair that, since there is a lot of construction going on in here already. They may end up fixing that themselves. I don't know yet. That'll be determined yet. That would be my best way to fix all these little gaps and cuts and stuff. But other than that, it's very secure. It's perfect. Perfect replacement. Been all updated. That'll definitely secure the, and that's the aftermath there. So everything is back on. Looks like the power is on everywhere again. So we will do a little power check now, just around, make sure everything is hot everywhere in this house. Pretty sure it is. Yes. Oh. Yep. 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 Make sure everything is back on. And yep. Looks good. And then, of course, there's no switch here, but we can just touch it and get the light on like that. So that works. All right. Yep, power. Power. And of course we got power here, because that would never went off. There's power here. And then need some light bulbs. So that's fine. And let's see. Power. We got power here. Yep. And power here, of course. Power. Yep. Turn that off. Definitely have power in here. Yeah, that's on, so definitely power. Yeah. And looks like what, one right here, that's it. Yes, all on. Okay, turn that light off. Coming into the bathroom, it's hot. Hot. And I don't know what's going on with the lights right now, but they don't look that good. Okay, so all that's good. So there's power throughout the whole house. It is restored and fixed. And that's what it took to do it. So there we go, perfect, awesome.